YouTube? Look, we're going to talk about, wait, is it 17 September 2021. Nightshades. Today is the day that we switch over to the new Nightshades from the old ones. So, we dropped the Tanto because nobody bought it. I don't know. I loved it. So, we came out with the Defender and 2 people bought it. So, we got a bunch of those left. And then, so that is going to move to the discontinued section on the website. So check that out starting tomorrow. I'll do that tomorrow. So don't go crazy on those. And then we're going to take the old, there's none of these left. There's none of the worn clips left. And there's going to be a bunch of the clip points.
Want me to take a look at these?
Yeah, you could do that. Look. So, look at it. Look at it. Look at it. Okay. So the biggest change you're going to see is in the worn clip. Look at these. All right. So you see that same handle. You see how this is far back? The original iteration of this, I didn't have the thought that when you're holding this, and say you're going to do a slash cut, your knuckles are ahead of that blade, if that makes sense. And you're going to be further back if you're going to poke holes in a can for putting lightning bugs in for your kids. Anyway, so if you do like that, the blade is lower and you're behind it. So now, top of each other again. Now this is in line with your knuckles. So you see that? It really puts that where you get maximum use out of that cut. So you come across and then, and these blades, all of the Nightshades started out as a skeleton only blade developed for I'm not gonna say who. He was a law enforcement officer. So none of these holes were here. And then somebody one time asked me if I would put a handle on it. So I added these little thingies to hold a handle so it would look like this, right? Well, yeah, like that. So then this handle kind of seems short where your pinky would wrap. And I wanted to turn this more from a skeleton style necklace knife that people didn't really seem to find very practical to an actual tool. Okay, so took the pockets out, moved these little holes here forward, and then added it the ability to put the big handle from the Night Stalker on there. So these handles are interchangeable, right? And the Night Huntsman. And a couple blades that might be coming out soon. Winky, wink, wink again. So now you've got more to grab. So your pinky wraps there. It keeps you off that blade. See these back two? That acts as the jimping that some people ask for. And I always say, before you request a $150 custom option on your blade, try it out. Because that's what those divots in that G10 are for. And the texture we put on there really locks you onto it. So now you've got that full grip. So this really becomes a heavy, and it's faster because there's more blade weight. And if you take this and you try to breach a door and you pry with it, it never has, but there's the potential to break it these thin. That's like 1/8 of an inch. That's thin. This is 3/8 of an inch. I don't give a shit who you are. You're not breaking that. I mean, you can't drive this into a tree and climb the freaking tree with it, but. So, that's the changes to the worn clip. Then, the Nightshade Reverse Tanto, which is our most popular blade. You see the difference? Again, I brought this down to give you more knuckle clearance. And I brought this blade out that extra 1/4 of an inch, but still to keep that under that 2-inch sharpened edge, so that it put that balance point more forward so this blade moves faster. Same again. This is actually the very last of the reverse Tantos. So after today, when you order, this is what's going to come in. This guy. And it's the same. So here's the difference in the handles beside one another. You can put this handle on this and that on that. However, this handle makes this a lot more substantial tool. If you cry too much, we may continue to have these handles if you want it. if we get a lot of feedback, not saying crying, but you know, if you're complaining, then you might be a whiner. Yeah, we will consider. So, the only change in the clip point is the pocketing. We took that out again to make this a more durable blade. So, upgrades, changes, tweaks like we're always doing with our stuff, and that leads us into, I talked about it last week, prices are going up. Steel has gone crazy. I know I keep saying this. The level that we have raised the quality of our products into 6 months more than warrants the blades, but they're still going to be sub $200 blades. We're going to have some tiered lines. Badass EDC, I don't know what the name of the line's going to be yet. And then there's going to be the combat grade, so for the stuff that you can like cut a hole in the tank with. And I don't know what the other one's going to be, but that's going to be where we release that collaboration with, I forgot. I didn't forget, but you'll find out soon. So those are going to be your way high level blades. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
So those are the changes that are going on with the blades. What else was I supposed to talk about? You told me.
You've got some more scratch and dent stuff.
Ooh, she helped you out. All right, look. There are 5 Night Stalkers on the scratch and dents nail right now. So there's like, I did some experimental ring rounding with the laser. I didn't like how it turned out, but functionally it's fine. There's one that's got some dents in. Anyway, they're all straight as a freaking arrow.
There's nothing really hardly wrong with
Nah.
them. Yeah.
And if you're using your blade for EDC stuff and you're beating the H out of it, the chances are it's probably going to end up looking like it's a used blade anyway. What else? Oh, man. Many hours over the last 3 days moving stuff around on the website. Just
check out the website.
check it out.
Improving it.
Super freaking happy with how it's turned out. Hopefully it'll make more sense. We're working on getting the product stuff lined out too, but you know, we'll be doing that.
Yeah, so if you haven't checked out what is that page called for the scratch and dent stuff?
Deals. It's called
Deals.
Deals
Yeah,
now.
there's some great deals over there.
Yeah, there's some prototypes. So what's gonna move into that are the remaining clip point nightshades that are left. The Tanto nightshades are gonna move over there. We're gonna have a special section called face removal. That's not true. I made that up. There's a cat. We don't own a cat, and there's a cat that lives here. You can remove its face.
Okay, so people can go there and get discounted stuff, and
Yeah.
then on the new stuff, what about your tiered?
Oh yeah, we talked to, I don't know the names of the tiers yet, but there's a really cool program that we're coming out with, loyalty program. So how that's going to work, after your first 2 blades, you're going to get a promo code that's usable 4 times. That's going to kick 20 bucks off the price of your blade. So that's going to bring it down into what you're used to seeing, right? So you can use that 4 times. You can give it away. You can keep it for yourself. And you're going to get these little black cards. And there's going to be 4 of them. After you punch that code 4 times, that's it. Don't think you're smart and say, hey, I bet these codes are in sequential order. Maybe I can get 8 of them and steal somebody else's code. Nah, randomized by a magical computer device. Right here. You know what's magical? Because I'm insane. And you can't keep up with my Brian. That's code for brain. See what I did there? You thought Brian was a person, but it's really my casaba. Cabeza. Casaba's a melon. Don't try to be Spanish if you're not. What is melon head in Irish? Remember that movie, I Married an Axe Murderer? Heed! That's what it is in Irish. Heed! Hey, looks like an orange on a toothpick. That's it. That's how you say big head in Irish. So yeah, promo.
So yeah, basically what you're trying to do is honor our customers that have been by you stood by you and people that buy.
Yeah, that built T.Kell knives. I just make the blades.
Yeah, people that buy multiple knives can.
Yeah, and look, that's not for the life. If you buy 2, you'll get that promo code for 4 times. Then you can buy 2 more, and you'll get it 4 more times. So 2 at full price. We're still gonna have the free shipping. So hell, that's $7, $8, $10, depends on where you are, that you don't have to pay shipping. That's like 10% off. You know what I'm saying? Yo, I mean, not time I. I got some new T-shirt designs coming. Camera wife doesn't really know about that, but they're coming. She's shaking her head. All it is you're gonna have the little T.Kell on the pocket and the big T.Kell on the back. And we're going back to the other shirts we used, and then I'm making some black ones with gray lettering because it matches that black with gray lettering hat.
So, in a nutshell, you got a big collaboration
I'm
coming.
not.
Prices are going up. There's still some cheap ones, and there's a loyalty program. The end.
But no, I mean, yeah, that's pretty much it. If she did the videos, you guys would be like, oh yeah, it rambled for 18 years and she knocked it out in 5 seconds. I know there's something else. I'm sure there's a million and a half other things that we're going to do. But suffice to say that that's kind of the breakdown of this week. There's new deals hitting the thing. I think October 1, so a couple weeks before we...
Oh yeah, I know what you need to say.
What
if you want to take advantage of the current prices, you need to buy now.
Yes.
Because they are going up October 1st.
And y'all are going to shut my freaking brand new pretty website down. I hate it. I hate it. I can't even afford to stay in business at the way inflation's gone up. I mean, you see these dark circles? I don't talk fast because I'm on dope. I talk fast because I'm sleep deprived. The dope I'm on is black coffee and black tea. And not even as much as you probably drink. There was others.
You'll have to do another video.
Yeah,
Because you can't just say
videos.
the whole time.